Okay, so because my internet has been acting a little goofy, I'm not going to take a chance and put into the show my, show intros and outros. So it's just going to be straight tips, no music. Sorry about that. Hi, this is Jan. Welcome to the Save Money More with Jan channel. How you doing today? Want to let you know about my favorite seven, and I believe useful, very useful grocery store tips. Okay, they're not in any particular order, but number one that I like to do is to plan my menu around the sale items of the food that I enjoy. So if I find foods that I enjoy or my family enjoys and they happen to be on sale, I'm going to grab them because they will inevitably be used and they will be used wisely. So I personally like to plan my menu around sale items that we enjoy. Next, I avoid single use meals. Instead of going out and buying a frozen dinner, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with going out and buying a frozen dinner. Sometimes there are those shelf stable ones too. If you could grab a couple on sale and keep them for convenience, I say I vote yes. But as a mainstay, no. If I want, I can make my own frozen meals whenever I make, let's say, I'm just using this as an example, a tray of baked ziti. I can make a whole bunch of single serve meals. So let's say somebody comes home late, they want to pop that in the microwave or an oven, they could eat. They don't have to spend twice the amount of money getting a frozen meal outside. Plus, that you know what you like and you know how to make it. So for me, this is a money saver. Next, I focus on meals requiring less ingredients. What does that mean? I like three ingredient meals, for example. I'm not saying they're always going to be three, but here's an easy one. I like to make frittata once in a while, which is basically like a baked omelet and basically using egg. One of my favorites would be eggs, potatoes, and onion. I love that. You could always add your own little spices to it, flavorings to it. Delish. Very low ingredient. The less ingredients you use, the less ingredients you need to buy, the less ingredients you need to have on hand. The more money one is saving for other things. Next, cook one roast and get a few different meals out of it. I'm not just going to have one little skinny chicken and then it goes bye bye. No, 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 no. I make the most out of it. I mean, even down to the actual bones. One night I will have the meal as such sliced roast chicken. Another night I'll make chicken salad, or for lunch, for example, or I might cut the legs up. Some people like to have chicken legs and, put a little bit of a rub on it and, for flavoring and just, jazz it up a little bit more. And you could really get a lot out of a roast chicken or a roast turkey or roast beef or a roast pork. So one roast, multiple different meals, different, different, different. And if you could get the roast on sale, which is what I suggest in the first place, purchase sale items only. Okay, next, make a water-based meal. Now, some people say, "Oh, but it's summertime. I don't want soup in the summer." I get that. There's a soup called gazpacho soup. Some people eat. It's sort of like a cold soup. I believe it's of Mexican origin, if I'm not mistaken. You can look it up, gazpacho soup, and have a cold soup, for example. Water-based meals are very inexpensive because they are water-based, and if you use inexpensive vegetables, that's even better. Some people eat a thing called fruit soup. I'm not familiar with it, but I believe fruit soup is similar to fruit cocktail. That's just something else. Things that are water based are going to stretch your money more wisely and with great variation. It's up to you. Have to get creative. Next, breakfast for dinner. Now, I know this is not a new concept. I'm sure you probably heard that idea 100,000 times, but think about this for a minute. Making breakfast for dinner, example, French toast or pancakes and sausage or bacon, eggs, and toast. This is a quick, yummy, different dinner, not the traditional, a roast and a potato and a veggie. This is something different. Sometimes you just want, for example, on a steamy hot night, I don't mind jumping into an ice cold bowl of cornflakes with some cut up banana and strawberry, and I could just call it a day. Literally, literally. Or sometimes people rather have just maybe even if it's summertime, they don't care if they have some nice oatmeal and they cut up some fruit. It's light, it's fast, it's filling, it's quick. It is definitely a budget stretcher, not just a grocery budget stretcher, just a stretcher in general. You're also saving time, effort, and energy. Oatmeal never ever takes that long. I also like cream of wheat type varieties, farinas, things of that nature. And if you have some nice toast or English muffin or just corn muffins, you could have a nice corn muffin with whatever breakfast for dinner you have, maybe some scrambled eggs and a nice buttered corn muffin on the side of that with a nice hot cup of tea or coffee. You could call it a day. I really do think that people tend to, I don't know what it is. I think people tend to make things harder for themselves and more expensive for themselves. I really don't know why, but that's just my opinion. What do you think about that? Let me know about that in the comments section below. There is a video clip. I want to try to see if it works. I just have to remind you that this never ever goes out of style. Let's see if it works. Hang on. Finding ways here, there, and everywhere to save a dollar or two adds up. Saving money should never go out of style. It just should never, ever go out of style. Our moms and our grandmoms and grandparents, grandfathers, and dads sure knew what they were doing. They really, really did. Let's jump back to a point here for a minute about the breakfast for dinner. It just hit me right this minute like a ton of bricks. I says, let me share this with you just now. Let's suppose you conducted an experiment every single night, weeknight. Let's just try this on a weeknight, Monday through Friday. Every single night from a Monday through Friday, make breakfast for dinner. Completely different meals. Completely different. Example, one night, like if it's steamy hot out, have a cold bowl of cereal with fruit. Okay, that'd be, let's say, pretend Monday. All right. Another night, you want more protein, bacon and eggs, if that's something you enjoy, with some toast or some English muffin. Okay. That's another night. Another night, French toast. Make yourself some beautiful, fancy French toast. Perhaps you have some breakfast sausage in the freezer. So the French toast and the breakfast sausage. You see where I'm going with this? Can you imagine how inexpensive? Let's think about this for a minute. How inexpensive that could be. Another night, the 3-ingredient frittata, for example. That's kind of like breakfast if you think about it. It's pretty much a baked omelet. I like to put in mine. I like to put in a sliced potato and onion. And of course, I add my own favorite spices to it. And you could put some nice chopped red and green pepper in that. Delish. I'm just saying, think about that. That is extremely inexpensive. What a nice thought to consider. All right. So finally, on the seventh note, if you make pasta salad, I like once in a while to have like those tricolor pastas. Delish. You don't have to add meat to it. I like to add Italian dressing, sometimes tuna, sometimes. Sometimes I'd rather just have maybe onion and some, those little cherry tomatoes. Like to throw, a pop of color and flavor of those cherry tomatoes in there. Delish. Perfect, perfect, perfect on a hot night. So saving money does not have to be a lengthy, difficult, big process. It's just really literally using common sense. The less you buy, the less you need. The less you need, the less you spend. 3-ingredient or less meals is the way to go. Purchasing sale items is the way to go. And let's leave the show on a happy note. Hopefully it will play. Hang on. Come on. Thank you so much for being here. Really do appreciate everybody's time. Don't forget to click like, share, and what? Subscribe to the channel. Have a great day.